Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I want to show you how to make this 4-colored solid granny square. It's a really fun method to use if you want to play around with colors and different kind of patterns. And it's also not very difficult to make. So let's jump right into the tutorial. So before I get started, I like to pull out my yarn that I'm going to use, and I like to line it up in the order I'm going to use it. So we'll start with the purple one and then add these other colors as we go. So I like to put them out on the side and they're ready for me to pull in when I need them. That is one of the hardest thing about doing this color change is to keep all of your yarn in place and make sure they don't tangle up too much and you start using the wrong one. It doesn't really matter which color you start with because we will cover it with double crochets in those other colors. So let's start with the first round. So today I will start by chaining 4 and connecting them to a ring. If you prefer, you can do a magic ring. It's really up to you. It doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going into the first chain and connecting with a slip stitch to create a ring. Put that tail to the back. We have a nice little ring here. I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to add 2 double crochets into the ring. So we'll have our first cluster of 3 double crochets, because that first chain 3 count as a double crochet. So this completes the first cluster and the first side of our solid granny square. And we start to build the corner, so we chain 1, and then I like to put my yarn a little to the back, and then we're going to bring in the new color, which is this one. If you like, you can just create a loop by putting the yarns next to each other, the tails, and then just slip it over the hook and go in and pull a little on the 2 sides, and you actually already made your color change. That is one way to do it. It's a little, well, it's not really secure at first, but you can secure it afterward. But you can also create a slip knot, insert your hook, and then pull on the slip knot to tighten it up. Pull a little on the purple yarn, go through the purple loop, oops, like that, pull a little on the purple yarn, and chain 1. And now we have the new color on our hook. So put the purple yarn to the back, make sure all of your yarn ends are in the back, and now we're just going to focus on this new color. So we're going into the ring, yarn over, go into the ring and add 3 double crochets. So 1, and 2, and this is number 3. If things get a little loose over here, you can just pull a little bit on the purple yarn and it will straighten up. Then we're going to start a new corner. So chain 1, put that color a little bit to the back, bring in your new color. Let's do a slip knot again. Oh, I already have one. That was lucky. Just put it over your hook, pull it a little tight. Make sure the other yarn is also a little tight, not too tight though. And then just go over the old yarn, pull both of them, and make sure that yarn is at the back now. And now you have your new color closest to you. Just going to chain, oh, it's a little tight. Just going to chain 1. It's a little loose on that other color, fix that. And then we're going to add 3 double crochets one more time with this new color. So 1 and 2 and 3. And this is what the project looks like so far. We're going to chain 1, put that yarn to the back, bring in your new color, create a slip knot like that, put it over the hook, tighten things up a little bit, again not too tight, make sure you have that yarn under control, and pull the pink yarn through like that. And again, let go of everything else other than the pink one you now have on your hook. Chain 1, go into the ring, and add 3 double crochets. 1 and 2 and number 3. We're going to chain 2 to create the last corner. Find the top chain from the chain 3 that we did in the beginning. Go in on that top chain and slip stitch. And that completes the first round of a solid granny square with 4 colors. Now let me show you how we continue with the second round. So we're just going to continue with the pink color. So we're going to turn our work. Don't worry that you have all these ends down here. Just let them sit and don't fuss too much about it, because it will straighten out as we go. So we're going to work our way into the corner a little bit. So we're going to slip stitch twice and then do the last part of the corner with this pink yarn. So slip stitch twice, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, add a double crochet into that corner. So this is our first 2 double crochets in that corner. We're going to add a double crochet in each of the next 3 top stitches. So 1, let me pull out a little more yarn, 1, and the next one, 2, and 3. Now we have 5 double crochets. Then now we're in the corner. We're going to add 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now we're going to pull a little bit on this other yarn to tighten up the corner. We start the corner by chaining 1. Now we take the pink yarn, put it to the back, and bring forward our new color. So it's, as you can see, oh, now everything is really a little bit tangled. Make sure it's the top strain of yarn that you have. So as you can see, it's still attached down here. So we're going to pull a little bit tight on the pink yarn and then go in and grab this new color and pull it through like that and chain 1. And now we have the new color. So we're going to put in 2 double crochets, but as you can see, we have this strain of yarn here and we want to avoid that. We don't want it to sit there so we can see it. So we can kind of hide it. So we go under, pick up the yarn, come up, 2 loops on the hook, go into the corner, pick up the yarn, come up, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we created our first double crochet and we have hidden that strain of yarn. I'm just going to continue to do 1 more double crochet in the corner, then out of the corner and do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 top stitches This is number 2, and this is number 3. And then we're at the corner, and we're going to put in 2 double crochets before we do the color change. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 1, take our yarn, bring it to the back, whoop, bring in our new color, and make sure that it is the top color. So bring it up like this, pull a little bit on this one, bring it over your hook and through the loop, and now we made the color change, and chain 1. And again, go in under that strain of yarn, pick up the yarn, 2 loops on the hook, into the corner, pull the yarn through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, now we have the strain of yarn hidden. Create 1 more double crochet, and we're good to go into the next side. So just add 1 double crochet to each of the top stitches like we did before. 1 and 2 and 3, and then into the corner add 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 1, take that color and put it to the back, bring forward the next color, pull that behind, pull the purple color up, go in over the hook and pull through, and chain 1. And then again, under the strain of yarn, pull the yarn through, into the corner, pull the yarn through, yarn over, through 2 loops, yarn over, through 2 loops. And again, it's hidden. And then we're going to add 1 more double crochet. And then we're going to finish the side. So 1 double crochet in each of the top stitches. 1 and 2 and 3. And then we have this corner down here. It looks a little clumsy because we did the slip stitches, but doesn't matter. We're just going to crochet over them. So add 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 2 to complete the corner. Go over and find that top of the chain 3 that we did in the beginning, and slip stitch into that one. Whoop. And that completes our round number 2. So it's up to you to decide when your granny square is done, how many rounds you want. Every round from now on will just be a repeat of what we just did. So you will turn your work again, and you will do 2 slip stitches. So 1 and 2, and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, do a double crochet, and then you're just going to continue all the way along this side with this purple color until you get to the corner where you will do the color change 1 more time, bringing in the color that is already sitting over here waiting for you to get there. I will do a couple more rounds, and then I will show you how to fasten off at the end. So I am just finishing off this 4th round of my solid granny square, and I think this will be the last one for this project. So I'm just going to go ahead and fasten off as I would normally do, and you can do the same with your project. Let's just have a quick look at all the ends. So of course this one up here needs to be weaved in, and actually we are at the back of our solid granny square because we have the tail from the first round that I crocheted in. This is actually the back. So what I would do, so this is the two tails from the pink yarn. So what I would do is I would take all these yarn ends and snip them off, and then take all of them and put them to the back and weave them in as you would normally do. So you'll have a total of 8 yarn tails that you need to deal with. So I would just like take this one and cut it off, and then we have this one over here, and this one is done, and then we have the pink one. We can snip that off over here. So again, a total of 8 yarn tails that needs to be hidden, and you can just go ahead and do that the same way you would normally do that. But again, I would take all of them and pull them to the back of the project and weave them in on this side. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you like these 4 colored solid granny squares and that this has inspired you. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them below and I'll get back to you. And well, thank you for watching and have a lovely day.